of illegal logging and hunting. Picture it. It's a lush forest, thick canopy, very hilly.
But it's up and down, up and down, up and down, really steep. It's got the most ferocious ants on earth, it's got poisonous spiders, they are all over the place. A lot of the trees have very spiky trunks on them, so you need to be really careful walking.
That's Pete. And while he was walking very carefully through the rainforest, something got him.
I just felt this bang in the back of my leg, and my first thought was someone had hit me. Like it felt like someone had a big stick or a piece of wood and it whacked the back of my calf. Then I looked down, and in horror I see this snake sort of recoiling away from me with its sort of head, and it was sticking about 2 feet off the ground. And as soon as I saw it, like I knew it was a fer-de-lance.
The fer-de-lance, or spearhead, is the most deadly snake in Central America.
Right away, Pete's colleague grabbed his cell phone. He had 1 bar of reception and called up emergency services.
They did make it clear, you need to get that guy to hospital as quickly as possible or he is going to die.
Pete had maybe 6 hours to get to a hospital. And to get there, he had to dodge all the spikes and spiders and other snakes in the rainforest. Pete had 2 options. He could go up on the ridge of the mountain, which would use up his 6 hours, or he could go down through muddy creeks. That would be harder, but also faster, and he might get to the hospital in time.
I remember looking at my map on my phone and thinking, you know, the only option here is we need to go down one of these creek beds. So I'm crawling on my ass, crawling down these little waterfalls, escarpments, banks, but as we're going down, I'm getting weaker and weaker. And the throbbing now has moved all the way up to my groin area, and eventually gets to a stage where I just want to sleep. But I did think, I'm not going to make this. My number was up.
After trudging his way through waterfalls and mud, Pete arrived at the edge of the rainforest and onto a beach, where he saw the Coast Guard.
They laid me down on the ground, and I remember just closing my eyes and thinking, you know, just hang on a little bit more, hang on a little bit more.
Pete arrived at the hospital around 3.5 hours after he was bitten. His heart was racing and he passed out. When he came to, he started documenting everything that was going on.
Good morning, or good afternoon, depending where you are in the world. So I'll give you guys an update on what's happened over the last couple of days.
By the time he got to the hospital, the snake venom had begun to destroy his muscles and blood vessels. Pete's leg had ballooned to double its size. And, something else had happened. A warning, we're about to talk about genitals.
My and go all big and black. It is not an uncommon thing that happens with snakebite victims.
That doesn't mean it's not quite a shock.
Oh, mate, I remember asking one of the nurses, like, is this normal? Like, and then she came over and she says, yeah, kind of, maybe.
To turn things around, the doctors...
We advise you to get off.
Alright, now, early starter. Premature recordulation. I was entering that.
What were you entering?
The cameras weren't set up, none of that shit was ready. Because we reboot the iPad to make sure it works.
Yeah.
As I'm moving, so all I got is the broke ass ones that I found. So
when you said that over there, it didn't.
I know. No one knows. It's cotton candy, bro. I cotton candy did.
That's right. He's got cotton candy.
Thank heavens. Thank heavens. Is that their actual motto, or is that just a saying?
No, that was their motto. Is it? And it's weird too. Like they're all well, I guess they're not all Middle Eastern zone 7-Eleven, but
I mean, you're pretty much
probably a lot of them are.
If you license the name 7-Eleven, you're basically paying franchise money so you can sell Slurpees.
Yeah,
like that's it. That's it. Otherwise, just fucking.
But Have you went into a 7-Eleven with like a guaranteed Muslim? You know what I mean? Like that said, "Oh, thank heaven, 7-Eleven," and it's like the Muslim inside. You know,
almost
like,
100%.
Yeah.
The ones in town are all owned.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
For sure, 100%.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely Muslim.
We don't have very many though. We don't have a whole lot of.
They're getting more. Our
guy was
new one just got built. On the southwest side of town. They're building them.
Brand new one on 24th Street too, right by my old house.
Yeah. And right on Panama and Ash. There's a new one right there.
I keep forgetting that we have a Dutch Brothers.
There's 2
on your side of town.
Yeah, like fucking right near my. I always forget it's there.
See,
that was a weird spot to build that one. Actually,
they have good coffee.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. I mean, I've only had it.
Dunkin'
in Oregon.
Donuts is disappointing.
No, it's good. It's like a legit coffee joint. I mean, a lot of people go like
The Starbucks coffee's terrible.
Right.
I just like their espresso.
They're more from what I've seen, they're more famous for like crazy drinks. Dutch Brothers is
Like, what's a crazy drink? What?
some fucking crazy like fucking high octane fucking flavored. Like that my niece would Erica and my niece would always go up in Oregon. They would go to fucking Dutch Brothers twice a day and buy these crazy fucking things. But just your average mocha fucking fucking caramel salted
Mocha fucko
Mocha fucking I want to go in there and ask for that shit. Oh yeah, they got some fucking. They got some fucking birthday cake looking motherfucker.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But they're
fuck out of here with
coffee.
That shit. The fuck.
Here's what I'm gonna say about their coffee. They have
Canadian motherfuckers.
They have really good coffee, especially if you don't like dark roasts. But I'm being real. Like I've had their medium roasts and different roasts that they have.
Why do we have this whole conversation? You said they're good coffee, and then we get
good coffee.
5 minutes in.
I had to say, like, because I would get it, and I'd be like, this is actually a really good cup of coffee. It's just not my cup of coffee. But I can't say, like, if I had a medium roast at Starbucks.
Yeah, but you were like selling me on Dutch Brothers, knowing that I like French and Italian.
No, I wasn't done.
I wasn't done getting there. Oh, well, you done got there.
But I've never had their espresso, so I can't speak to like their Americano.
I guess I have to try it. I forgot we even had them. Who drinks cold coffee?
Dude, cold brew? There's amazing fucking cold brew. Yeah, you're tripping, bro. Nitro cold brew? Rick C used to make some nitro cold brew that would blow your fucking mind. That shit was good, dude. I bet it would have.
I bet you have a garbage can.
Have you had that?
I've had
cold coffee.
I don't care about the cold coffee. Like if I get an iced Americano, it's usually pretty, or just shots on ice. That's pretty much my thing. If I just get shots on ice and then the ice melt down, it's got like a dense, dark flavor. Any brewed cold brew, it just tastes like a bland, watered down medium. Like it's a medium roast that tastes watered down.
They just don't know what they're doing. This is what happens. Like Rig City cold brew, amazing. Love Japanese. Love